Hey, it's bringing you the World of Warcraft, and while you stare in horror at my latest transmog, I want to talk about my feelings for a little bit. Well, sort of feelings. Well, there was a recent announcement or a recent tweet from Warcraft devs talking about legendaries and specifically the legendary rings, and I'll just read it off to you. Someone had asked, hey, are the new ring legendaries a quest reward or just a random drop? And their response about a day ago was that the new legendaries added in patch 7.2.5 will be new drops available through the existing system. So that's going to mean that like for example with my protection paladin, the new ring, the Soul of the High Lord, as well as the new crappy shoulders that I don't really want, and the other fancy schmancy things for the other specs of my paladin. Those are going to drop just as they normally are. It's not going to be a fancy quest line. It's not going to come at the end of the Order Hall campaign along with our epic mount thing or anything like that. And I don't know, like part of me, I guess my feelings are a little bit mixed. I'm asking myself, well, do I really give a shit? And part of me does, part of me doesn't, so I'll just kind of share my thoughts and I'll just kind of go back and forth and, let's see what you folks think too. Feel free to share a comment below, of course. With regards to legendaries themselves, there's a lot more that I can say about them. But I'm just going to restrict it to these new legendaries that are coming in 7.2.5. The fact that the ring is it sounds iconic. It reads as iconic. It's called Soul of the High Lord, and that has the High Lord is the title that was given to me as a paladin when I completed the initial parts of my Order Hall campaign. So it kind of has it kind of brings a feeling to the player that, hey, maybe this certain thing is going to be special. Like let me show you. Like, so there are other legendaries that I have, like Tyleka, Furman, Marcus, whatever, as well as Sauron's Resolve. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who the fuck this is, but this ring, this supposed ring that I'm no longer going to get, that has my title on it. This is, it feels like it should have a connection to me as a player or as this character that I'm playing as, and it's not, and that's kind of a bummer. I would have thought that, at the end of the quest line, let's pretend, right? Let's pretend that we all get up in arms and we bitch, and Blizzard decides, hey, you know what? Screw it. We'll try to implement something in the next 2 weeks. We'll try to make it work. It could have been as easy as this. It could be as easy as doing setting up a very quick quest where Khadgar is like, like let's say at the very end of the Order Hall campaign, you get your fancy mounts, whatever. You get a follow-up quest that says, hey, Khadgar wants to talk to you, or someone wants to talk to you. Okay, cool. You go to that person and they say, hey, I know you got, you've done so much and blah, blah, blah. Here's a legendary. And I think something like that would have been a smart thing to do. That would have made sense to me, and I think coming from like an alt standpoint or a brand new player standpoint, because they kind of exist, I think that if there were I think that if they were introduced to a kind of free legendary, just right off the bat, or not exactly right off the bat, because it would still take a while to complete your whole Order Hall campaign, but if there was like a light at the end of the tunnel, if you knew that there was at least one nice thing that was waiting for you apart from the epic mounts, which is cool, the class mounts, I'm sure that's nice and everything. But if there was a cool power-based reward that was waiting for you for content that you should be doing, and the Order Hall campaign, in my opinion, is something that you should be doing, I think that would make sense. I think that would make absolute sense. So that's why part of me is like, well, this really sucks. This is really stupid. On the other side of things, though, this is the status quo. This is just how legendaries are, and in an effort to non-effort to be consistent, they're just making it drop just like everything else. Why make one legendary so special compared to all the others? And if it was in fact a guaranteed legendary, then people might be bitching even more. People would be like, oh well, this is clearly not my best in slot legendary. There's going to be that. Of course, there's going to be those kinds of folks. This is not my best legendary. Shucks. For example, with myself, I'm not as interested in the legendary ring as I am with some other stuff that I already have. So the reward that I would get at the end of the road, it wouldn't be very desirable either. So with that in mind, and with Blizzard possibly feeling pressure to be like, okay, maybe we need to make this legendary very good if it's something that's guaranteed at the end of this quest line, or it should be something that is universally just okay, kind of like the crafted legendaries, because those for the most part are guaranteed. You just need to go out and get it, or go out and craft it, or go out and buy it. So those have that has a lot more player agency to it. You know, we have a lot more control over that. So to balance that out, they made them, well, for some specs and classes, it's the crafted legendaries are good, but I would make the argument that for many others, it's not as good. With all that said, do I give a shit? Yeah, I guess I give a shit. But again, there's this. I have mixed feelings about it overall. You know, it kind of sucks because it could have been something else. It could have been something a little bit more special, but it's part of the course. It's what we've been experiencing ever since Legion started. This is just how it's going to be. And if I happen to get it from an emissary cache, or from a Legion Fall thingamajig, or from some bitch-ass mob elite thing that I killed, and ta-da, I got the soul of the High Lord. Okay, go me. Woo. Share your thoughts and stay breezy, guys.